The only manga series that I've ever read is Uzumaki, and I absolutely loved it. So after reading that, what I did was I asked around with my friends and booktubers, what other manga series or graphic novels can I, start off with, because I really want to get into this world of beautiful illustrative storytelling. And I've been suggested a very many, actually a huge number of manga series that I should try out. However, I handpicked a few of them which are quite popular, and I ordered the first volume of each of them. And in this video, I would like to show you what I bought. My name is Angela. I'm your own bookaholic brown. You can call me Angie. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Before I show you the books that I bought, I would like to, say that I do not know much about the different categories of mangas. I do know that there are different classifications, but I think that as and when I go through each of them, I will learn them organically rather than pressuring myself into learning all the important manga related terms upfront. So I want to take it slow. I want to, as and when I pick up each book and read through them, then I can know which category or age group they belong to. For me, age group doesn't matter. I read children's books as well. We have this in India. We have this Tinkle magazine, which I still read sometimes when I'm getting bored. So I have no qualms about reading from any age group as long as it's a great reading experience and great entertainment. Having said that, the first book that I want to show you is this one, which is The Demon Slayer. And it is the story and art is by Koyoharu Gutoge. I hope I'm pronouncing the names correctly. The story is about a boy who is making his living by selling charcoal, and one fine day a demon appears and kills the entire family. And to make things worse, he also converts his sister into a demon. Then this guy Tanjiro Kamado, he sets out on a journey, or dangerous one, to set his sister free and for vengeance, basically. A very classic premise, vengeance, but I just flipped through the illustrations, and I think from the illustrations alone, I think this is for maybe middle grade or young adults. That's what I get from the what do you call that, the illustrations. But also in some places I have heard that even though it was aimed at children like middle graders or maybe young adults, the story, as and when it progresses through different volumes, becomes darker and darker and maybe not appropriate for kids anymore. So this is something that I randomly found in, I think in Reddit or somewhere, I don't remember, but yeah. So that is the first book that I have, which is Demon Slayer. The next one is Tokyo Ghoul, and this is by Sui Ishida. This sounds very non-classic and very non-cliched. So basically this main protagonist, his name is Ken Kanike. He is very excited to go on a date with this girl called Rise. Her name is R-I-Z-E. Later on, it is discovered that apparently she is some kind of a man-eater, like a cannibal. Due to some circumstances that goes on within the plot, he transforms into half human, half ghoul kind of an existence, and he has to learn to navigate this new world of ghoul society and master his new powers. And that was much more interesting than the Demon Slayer, I found. Let me show you some of them. I don't even want to read them and get any spoilers, so I'm just showing this for the sake of you guys. I love the cover as well. I love the color grading of this. I don't know if there is a TV series or TV show based on this. This is the color page, how it looks like. So the next one is the first thing that I get recommended anytime I asked anybody about manga or graphic novels, and I first encountered this in Murphy Napier's channel, because she's been reviewing this series and talking about the series a lot. And second time is when I've been having this conversation with one of my very close friend, Darshan. And Darshan is a huge manga graphic novel reader. He's a gamer. We were just one day Saturday night hanging out, and he said that, you know, from a long time there is this one manga series that I've been following for a long time. And then I asked One Piece, and then he said yes. How did you guess? I said, like, everybody and their mother is talking about One Piece when I talk about manga, or when I ask them about manga. So that's something that I couldn't avoid from hauling. So One Piece by Ichiro Oda. And I'm really curious to get into this as soon as possible and find out what the hype is all about. I think this might be very young adultish, but like I said, I don't have any problems reading books of any age. So that is One Piece, and let's see when I can get into it. Before I show you more popular ones, I want to just show you some graphic novels that I picked up from a used bookshop I visited last weekend, or this weekend basically. And the first one is this one, Avengers special double-sized issue, and this is the double-sized issue. It's huge, I can't lift it. So, but I picked it up because it has the classic colors in it, very nostalgic. So, and it is Avengers. It's issue number 11. So, it's interesting. It says Gotham Comics, and then it says Marvel. I don't know. So that's this one which I picked up. And something interesting I found in the used bookstore is this one called Shekhar Kapoor's Devi. Now, Shekhar Kapoor is a filmmaker in India, quite famous and very popular. I picked it up because I saw the name Shekhar Kapoor, and also the illustration is so beautiful. Wow, look at that. And then there is this kind of a blurb by the Priyanka Chopra. So if you don't know who Priyanka Chopra is one of the most popular movie actress, Bollywood actress, and now Hollywood also. She was in Matrix 4, she was in Quantico, the TV series, and yeah, so she is all over the place. She's she is married to Nick Jonas from the Jonas Brothers. So basically there is a nice blurb from her as well. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and see what the hoopla is all about. So it has beautiful illustrations, guys. Check that out. Oh wow. Tell me if that doesn't interest you. This is how dreamy and beautiful it is. So that is Shekhar Kapoor's Devi. I think there are several volumes. This is the first one. And another one I picked up from the used bookshop is this one, which is Spider-Man 2. The official comic adaptation, special collector edition. And this one also is so colorful. So yeah, so those were the ones that I picked up from the used bookshop. Next one, guys. So the next one is a book that I discovered, or a series of books that I discovered while browsing casually through Amazon, and I came across this. This is called Euro Comics, and it has been translated to English. So basically, I think the actual language or the original language is French, and in the original itself there is a mix of English and Hindi words. So it apparently readers say that this makes it truly this series a trilingual, multilingual kind of a series. But I bought obviously the English version of this book, and it is India Dreams by Maurice and J.F. Charles. And this is the first book in the 4-part series. I've got only the first 3 because I initially thought this was a trilogy. I have to order the 4th one as well. So the first book is Misty Trails. I'd like to just show you a couple of pages from within. I love it. I think this is in the 70s, based in the 70s. I have book number 2 here, which is When the Monsoon Returns, and book number 3, Under the Shadow of the Bougainvilleas. So the women drawn in here are really beautiful. So that's, like I said, I have not bought the 3rd one because while ordering it I didn't realize that there were 4 books. So I have to order the 4th one very soon, but I'm quite excited to get to it and see how this fares. So yeah, that's India Dreams by Maurice and J.F. Charles. I talked about this book for on, and then while editing I realized that I didn't save it. So here I am doing it again while I'm editing. So this book actually was recommended by Fraser Simons in one of his videos, recent videos, and if you have not subscribed to him, please do check out his channel. He is amazing in his reviews. He has this great ability or skill to consolidate and summarize a book very beautifully and eloquently. I religiously watch all his uploads, so do check out his channel. So in his recent videos he talked about a graphic novel that he recently read, and he was raving about it, and that is Unwritten by Mike Carey and Peter Gross, and this is actually a deluxe edition, book 1. It says here on the cover that it is the New York Times bestseller, and I ordered the hardcover, hard copy. Stories are the only thing worth dying for. If I remove the dust cover, the naked back looks like this. It looks really good, right? And the inside is even more beautiful, guys. Check that out. So the story is like this. Oops, it's here. Tom Taylor has spent his entire life as a hostage to his father's literary legacy. Wilson Taylor's widely successful 13-volume series chronicling the adventures of a bespectacled boy wizard named Tommy Taylor made him the most popular author on earth and destroyed his son's future. On the day the 13th title was published, Wilson vanished, leaving young Tom alone beneath the shadow of his famous namesake. Years later, Tom is still struggling to build an identity independent of his magical doppelganger when disturbing new questions about his childhood suddenly arise. These revelations cast doubt upon his heritage, his memories, his very existence. Is it possible that nothing of his own past is actually true? That he is merely his father's imaginary character somehow brought to life? There is some more in the summary, but let's skip that for now because this itself is a great summary which should compel you to read it. And from what I've heard from Fraser's review, it's worth the read and the time. So yeah, that is Unwritten by Mike Carey and Peter Gross. Last but not the least, I have here Attack on Titan by Hajime Isayama. This again, I know that it is extremely popular right now because I've been watching a lot of homemaking and home decor videos from Japan, and most of the people, there, I can see this one, this one on their bookshelf, or them talking about it. Or so I was like very curious. I have to find out what the hype is all about, and that's how I decided to buy this one. Now, before I let you go, because that was the last one, I want you guys to comment on which one of these should I start with first, and once I read them, as in when I go, I will post my opinion, my review of these books, independent of popular opinion. So yeah, guys, please let me know what should I start with. I'm quite excited to get to them all. If I could in one day, I would, but we all are limited by time available to us for our hobbies, so I'm constrained by that. So I will take it slow, one by one. So comment below which one I should start with first. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Angie signing off. I will be back with another video before you know it. Until then, bye bye.